Hello, friends. Welcome back to Sunday Shenanigans with me, your host, Trevor Stewart 1308, and we are here with the ASOC Prod Cat and the Peanut Gallery. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Greetings.
And it is early on a Sunday morning, so we are vaguely awake. Today's pre-rolls brought to you by The Hidden Leaf, downtown Charlottesville, Virginia, 105 West Main Street on the downtown mall. Above the bricks, Suite 200, a great place to go with some great buds to get some great buds. A bud, and the only thing better than their bud is their customer service. They also have the lowest prices in town, according to my own highly biased research, by which I mean my research was highly biased. No, wait, I was incredibly high when I did my biased research. I got there in the end. Don't forget to check the website for times and events such as Frosty Fridays, where you can find our other two sponsors, Kush Gang, purveyor of fine edibles and drinkables, and Firehouse, where there's smoke, there's Firehouse. Happy Sunday, Just Me Crystal. Great to see you. Much love. A note of disclaimer, because Wait, Don't Tell Me tends to talk about political subjects. We may be expressing political opinions. Any political opinions you hear herein belong to the expresser of the opinion, the channel, and or possibly the parent company, but do not belong to any of our advertisers, including the Hidden Leaf, Kush Gang, and Firehouse. All right, there we go. And here we are. We are going to be playing along with NPR's Wait, Don't Tell Me today, and we should be running a charity stream with, yes, donations. You can make donations to NPR, who is currently who are currently operating without federal funding for the first time in a very long time, which is part of why we are running these fundraisers for them. Right now, the bonus that we have is for every $10 donated, you get to type out a sentence, and I will, in the epic movie voice, read out that sentence. We haven't come up with a whole lot of other ideas, but we have a few floating around here and there. We will, as we get better at running these charity streams, we will have more ideas. So yeah. That is what's going on there. Oh, I did hear just a little bit of local news earlier this morning that probably isn't being covered by anybody. And I kind of wanted your reactions to this, because my reaction was, who does that?
Oh.
So somebody tried to rob the Goodwill in Orange yesterday.
Excuse me?
Right. What kind of... Man... What? Why? It's Goodwill. They don't have... You're not getting out of there with anything. Like, they got almost no cash. And you really don't know what kind of insane people they hire to work at Goodwill. Most of those people ain't coming up off of the register for God nor love, man. That has to be one of the worst ideas I have ever heard. Rob a Goodwill.
Now, were they actively trying to rob, as in steal stuff out of the cash register, or were they just loading up their entire cart full of Goodwill stuff and leaving the store with it and refusing to pay?
I'm pretty sure that they were trying to straight up rob the Goodwill, not shoplift.
Oh, I don't feel too bad because Goodwill, in my opinion, is mostly a scam.
I mean, I get that. I get
They
that.
try to face it like a charity, but it is a for-profit organization making money off of other people's donations.
Yeah.
But they have increased the prices on significantly within the last 5 years, even though they are still receiving their stuff for free.
Yes, and they do things like pull out the really good jewelry, any jewelry, any decent jewelry, even really. They pull that out, sell it online at high prices. They will mark high dollar brand items with high dollar tickets.
Yep. If you donate something that has got a brand name and still has the price tag on it, they will look at the price tag, take maybe $15 off, and put it back on the rack.
Right. They
Now,
but still, and I mean, from the mindset, from the perspective of somebody who has lived a vaguely criminal life,
that's not the place you go to rob.
that's just a terrible idea. Like,
Second only to robbing Waffle House.
right? Right?
No, Robert Waffle House is just a death wish. I mean,
That's why it is
It's
second only.
to, right, like, I'm just saying, like, who thinks it's a good idea?
All right, so you're probably more
Especially in
familiar.
a violence-prone town like Orange.
You're more familiar. Do they not have any 7-Elevens?
Oh, they got a Sheetz. I wouldn't rob
No,
the
you don't have
Sheetz.
to cheat.
They've got a 7-Eleven. I wouldn't rob that 7-Eleven either.
So maybe out of the choices, Goodwill was probably their only option.
My mom said I could be anything when I grew up, so I became a disappointment. Sounds about right. I mean, between the 7-Eleven and the Goodwill in Orange,
Probably Goodwill was safer.
I mean, but there are other places to rob in Orange that are even safer. That would be a better idea. I mean, granted, don't rob anywhere in Orange. That's just dumb. It is small town Virginia, man. They are violence prone. They are crazy. Crazy. I grew up there. I know
And they
these
plan
people.
for this sort of thing, usually.
Hmm?
They plan for this sort of thing, usually.
Right? I mean, I know Virginia's an open carry state, but Orange is like an extra open carry town.
open carry for your rifle and your beer.
Right?
Yeah, kinda.
And I mean, oh man, unless they were new to the area or just coming through town, everybody knows everybody. I mean, everybody in that area knows everybody. You don't you don't do something like that and just, get away with it. You gonna get
All
found.
right. Have you heard about the age of the person? Maybe they're young enough for this to be a stupid teenage dare type thing.
It could be some dumbass kid. I didn't ask. Um, I got this report off the record.
Okay.
Right. So it's not. This isn't even being covered. I didn't. This isn't like the police told me, or no. This is
Something else. Yeah.
yeah. So there's a lot of information missing here.
Yeah. Well.
Come to Florida. It's all open here. Giggity.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
In other news, they finally tracked down the driver that hit the bridge for Ivy Road.
Oh yeah. Oh, so last week, was it last week?
It was last week, yeah, because I was trying to come home.
Was it a truck driver? Hit the bridge?
It was a dump truck driver hauling a large piece of heavy equipment.
Hit up the bridge going over Ivy Road.
So the old Ivy Road bridge. So it was crossing over 29.
Oh gosh. Hit the old Ivy Road bridge that crosses over 29. Oh. Yeah, it caused some issues. Some local issues.
It shut down that section of 29, both sides, all freaking day.
Yep.
Like this happened at like 11 or 12 in the day, and it did not open up until 8 o'clock that night.
Man, dump truck drivers around here be crazy.
Old Ivy Road, their connector bridge right there, that is still shut down. You cannot cross that bridge right now.
Nope. It was a dump truck driver that in Crozet that got hit by the congressional train.
Yeah.
Giggity.
Got hit by the congressional train.
Mm-hmm.
You'd say it was a dump truck driver, not a dump truck.
Well, it was a dump truck.
Okay, that makes a bit of a difference.
But the driver was inside the truck at the time.
And it was the driver's fault. But yes, yes, yeah. It's one of those clarification's going to be needed here, because what you actually said means something very different.
This is true.
Dramatic order in which things were stated needs to be clarified for that one.
Deedly-delete. Ha ha!
And it's moments when you say stuff like that I am reminded that even though you have trouble sometimes with certain words, you have
the dirtiest
a much
mind.
Larger use of vocabulary than I do.
Who, me?
No, in a gallery.
Yes. Yeah, he does.
I'm going to sit here and dumb along on my video games and do this and do that. And then I am going to use every single syllable within 50 miles to say this sentence. And then I'm going back to my video games.
Yeah.
Your heart, with the greatest of love, I hate you.
It's not a simple and clear statement.
That's the problem.
I mean, if you can keep up with all the syllables, it makes sense.
It's not a picking on you thing of don't use big words around be stupid. Sometimes the conversation is headed in a direction and you use proper grammatical order, or proper enunciation or something else that is actually the way it is supposed to, and it throws me off.
The subtext here being, most of the time she thinks you're dumb.
No.
No, there's no thinking I'm dumb. I am.
Right, she doesn't
Or
think you're
viewers, I
dumb.
wish
She
to
knows you're
note
dumb.
that I wish to note he said that all by himself. I'm not holding any weapons at his back.
The fact that you had to clarify that makes it sound even more suspicious.
I really don't care. At this point, anybody that's been listening a long time understands that I have a weaponized pool noodle and I'm ready to use it. So I'm just saying, I'm not holding
Yes.
the pool noodle.
But people who've been listening long enough to know that the pool noodle is also only for bad puns and bad jokes.
This is true.
And if I felt the actual need to defend myself, I have tactical gear readily available.
You have snacktical gear readily available? Are you saying that if she comes at you with the pool noodle, it's going to become a food fight?
Well, she is using a noodle.
Noodle versus snacktical cheese knife? No contest.
I feel like if I don't rein this in now and get us started on the game, we're just going to keep going like this. So let's get started with the with Wait Wait Don't Tell Me this week with Becca Mann.
Come on, it's only a half hour. That's one of our shorter intros.
Yeah, it is. Open water swimmer Becca Mann. There it is. All right. Let's press play, see if everybody can hear it.
This message comes from Capital One. With the Spark Cash Plus card, you earn unlimited
All
2%
right.
cash back on every purchase for your business. Find out more at CapitalOne.com/SparkCashPlus. Terms apply.
From NPR and WWDTM Chicago, this is Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me, the NPR News Quiz. Fun fact about my voice. This is me on helium.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm Bill Curtis, and filling in for Peter Sagal, here is your host at the Studebaker Theater at the Fine Arts Building in Chicago, Illinois, Nagin Farsad.
Hey, Nagin.
Thank you, Bill. And thanks, everyone. I'm filling in for Peter Sagal because thanks to the shutdown, he's stuck at his crafting convention in Sheboygan. Now, we have a great show for you today. We're going to be joined by record-setting open water swimmer Becca Mann. And that's right. And just to make her feel at home, we're going to make sure our show is also infested with great white sharks. But first, it's your turn to brave the phone lines. Give us a call to play our games. The number is 1-888-WAIT-WAIT. That's 1-888-924-8924. Now let's welcome our first listener contestant. Hi, you're on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Hi, this is Stu from Amsterdam, New York.
Hi, Stu.
What do you do in Amsterdam?
I teach high school civics and economics.
Cheese and crackers, dude.
So do you get like?
I mean, okay, we know that this is also what Trilhala does. And you
Which is
got
why I support baby.
right. Man, brave souls in this time. Brave souls. It is. You know, when we were kids, civics was kind of dry and a little boring. Mm-hmm. My school did its best to make civics fun. You know, there was a lot of, we had a lot of sort of theatrical presentations to sort of go through civics. And we would discuss things like Mr. Smith Goes to Washington and the filibuster. You know, we had civics teachers, we had history teacher. Let me rephrase that.
Mm-hmm.
Our history department was 3 people, maybe?
Mm.
Yeah. Our history department was Sandy. I can't remember her last name now. We called all our teachers by their first name. Like, that was something that we did at our school. So it wasn't, Mr. O'Connor, Miss Hunter. It was Tom and Debbie. Tom was head of the math department and taught pre-algebra and algebra. Taught the algebras and taught guitar. Debbie was the music department and taught mostly vocal, mostly chorus. And Tom and Debbie were in a band together that played at Miller's on the weekends.
Mm.
That's the kind of high school I went to. So Sandy had some pretty free range to teach us a lot of stuff. And, yeah. And so civics was a very sort of... But even still, it was dry. Because it wasn't something that was actively changing at the time. It was like, this is the way the government works, and it's not gonna change, and this is why it works this way, and, even for those of us who were politically oriented, even in middle school and high school, it wasn't, that big a thing yet. It wasn't a big thing yet at all. Like, a few of us could see it on the horizon, but for the most part, civics was not a big deal. But now, it is changing every day. The curriculum itself is not just changing, but becoming a lesson in civics. Like, it's becoming an Ouroboros of intellectual intellect and action. So, being a high school civics teacher in this day and age is...
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought they just worked in the shop. Because they're working on civics. All those damn Honda cars.
It took me a second, but I got there. And moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Any finance tips for me?
That's econ, not...
Absolutely.
I work in public radio on occasion, so I might need them.
Substitute teaching is quite lucrative.
Actually, it really
All right,
is.
now, Stu, let's introduce you to our panel. First, his band Super Spreader is playing the Village Arts Theater on October 10th with special guest Lisa Loeb. It's Adam
Whoa.
Felber.
Hi, Adam.
Stu?
It's been a long time since I heard of Lisa Loeb.
Next, a writer for Clean Slate, now on Amazon Prime, it's Shantira Jackson.
Hi, Shantira.
Hello, Shantira.
And a comedian recording his next stand-up special in Chicago at the Den Theater on November 15th. It's Hari Kondabolu.
Hi, Hari.
Hello, Hari.
All right, so welcome to the show, Stu. We're excited to have you. You're going to play Who's Bill this time. Bill Curtis is going to read you 3 quotes from this week's news. If you can identify 2 of them, you'll win our prize, which is any voice from our show on your voicemail. Are you ready?
Let's go.
All right. Here's your first quote from Pete Hegseth.
No fat generals.
That was Secretary of whatever it's called now, Pete Hegseth, speaking to a room full of whom at a big meeting in Virginia this week.
General.
Generals. Generals.
That's right. So, when hundreds of generals and admirals from all over the world were suddenly summoned to the U.S. for this meeting, no one had any idea why it was happening. And now that it's over, we still have no idea why this is happening. Hegseth and President Trump both spoke to the group, and they had lots to say about the general's appearance, calling out, quote, fat generals and beardos. Taking his cue from Sigma Phi Delta, Hegseth then took out a Sharpie and started circling all the general's fat parts.
There was a 300-pound admiral who was like, but I'm cool, right?
It's weird, right? How obsessed with the generals being hot?
Yeah.
Right? They're like, the United States shall have the deadliest, bravest, most bangable fighting force in the entire world.
Yeah, Hegseth read no fat generals directly off his dating profile.
Was he announcing the new Department of Licensing? I like that.
Colonel Sanders.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm assuming General So was a little chubby.
General Mills.
Oh, very good.
Yep.
Captain Crunch was not particularly svelte.
Not spelled.
Wait, was Captain Crunch the parakeet?
No, Captain Crunch is the cereal man.
Oh, okay. Who's the parakeet?
You talking about Toucan Sam?
Yeah, that's okay. Never. Sorry, is Toucan Sam not military?
Well, he
Might be,
He has a big
but
beak, so he might not make it.
he's not officer class, that's for sure.
Well, disregarding that Fat Generals is an incredible name for a Chinese chain restaurant,
Oh, yes.
many military folks made the point that these guys literally have more important things to be doing, right? Like, at this very moment, Portland, Oregon is completely undefended.
From what? Having too much granola. I don't know.
Yeah, they're famous donuts. I'm not sure. All right, Stu, here's your next quote from actress Emily Blunt.
Good Lord, we're screwed.
Blunt was talking about Tilly Norwood, the next great Hollywood actor, who just happens to be entirely what?
AI.
Oh, geez. I don't know if I know this one. AI.
That's right!
Good guess.
That's a guess.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
That's a good guess.
Really good. That was the correct answer. This week, a technology creator unveiled Tilly Norwood, an AI actress that we may soon see in starring roles. If you're wondering what she looks like, imagine a woman. That's basically it. All right.
Yep.
But honestly, can you imagine going for a role and your agent telling you that Tilly Norwood is already attached to the project? And,
Yes.
and you're like, well, I know. You're like, well, drag and drop her into another email then. You know?
I don't even know if I would be. I don't really feel worried because it's a teenage white girl and I am almost a 40-year-old black lesbian and we're not going to compete.
Exactly.
I'm safe.
Oh, they don't put you up for those roles.
I feel safe.
Oh, I see.
I feel safe.
Right.
I feel like I could lose a few roles.
Well, I can't wait to see the paparazzi photos of her dating a MacBook Pro. But I'm so mad because I didn't realize she was fake
Two
until
men who
after
spent
I made her
hours
my
in hair and
celebrity
makeup were
hall
talking
pass.
about real men need to look at the military. Right.
Wait, if there's going to be no more actors, who's going to wait tables?
I think that's the only thing they'll let us keep doing.
All right, Stu, are you still there?
I am still here. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, here's your last quote.
Clean socks only, no holes.
Those are the slated rules of a company in the UK, one of many workplaces now instituting a policy that people remove their what when they arrive at the office.
Shoes.
Their shoes.
That's right, their shoes. More and more startups reps are enacting no-shoe policies to optimize efficiency. Now, I would certainly be more productive if I had to glue my eyes to my laptop to keep from seeing whatever is going on with Kevin's toes.
I mean,
First of all, I don't want to see any man's foot ever. Ever, especially at work.
This is a very pro-lesbian policy.
Yeah. I don't want to see a man's feet at all. And then I also think that if you are going to show feet, you shouldn't have to do it for free. So
right. For free in this economy?
Feet cost money.
100%
Feet
fair.
cost money, baby. So I'm not showing my toes to corporate.
Yeah. Subscribe to my OnlyFans first, corporation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Remember when we used to work from home and didn't have to wear pants? this feels like we're piecemealing our freedom back. I don't like it.
Right, all the comforts of home. How embarrassing would it be to get called into HR and they're like, and this little piggy got furloughed.
Oh, no.
Bill, how did Stu do?
It takes a teacher to lead us. That's 3-0 for Stu. You're a win.
Well done, Stu.
Congratulations, Stu.
The office is run by the shredder of TMNT. Yeah.
The foot plant.
The feats.
Right now, panel, I have some questions for you about this week's news. Adam, the UK's National Health Service made headlines this week when they officially encouraged people to look at the benefits of marrying whom?
Their moms.
Oh my God, you're so close.
Really? I've spent some time in England.
It's
so
actually
Family
less
members?
close than mom.
They're stepmoms?
That's just normal.
They're cousins?
They're first cousins, that's right.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I wanted you to get an applause, but
ruling families.
What?
So isn't that how we got most of the royal families throughout everywhere was marrying cousins?
Yeah. Yup. Yeah. And that's why they are all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
an applause, but it is really gross. According to some people who clearly want to marry their cousins, cousin marriage can be, quote, linked to stronger extended family support and economic benefits. Well, they definitely save on the wedding because you only need one side of the aisle for the ceremony.
Fair.
There's that.
Am I going to get in trouble for saying this feels very British?
Who released the stuff?
What was that?
I said thank you.
Yep.
It does feel
The
very
royal
British.
family?
It really does.
Yeah, they got centuries in on that. Like, and I know that my favorite part of any wedding is the father/uncle-daughter dance.
The only thing I want to do with my cousins is take a walk away from the family on Thanksgiving. Like, that's the best.
Right.
Like, you see your cousins and you're like, do you want to go talk about this family? And then you go outside and do the cul-de-sac together.
Right.
And that's true cousin.
And
But
in
this
this
is that.
scenario, right? And in this scenario, that's your meet cute.
No.
Funkle.
I'm so sorry. Okay, look. If marrying your cousin seems wrong, we get it. Keep it casual. Just be cousins with benefits.
Oh, that's
Not better.
worse.
That's worse.
That is way worse. Oh God.
Wait to play.
Results in not just MC,
That's why they're Give. Your donate 5 years of
expected in minute PR. That's
Maybe NPR News quiz.
All right. What were you gonna say?
I said cousins with benefits brings us back to West Virginia.
Yeah, it does. Ugh. Not better. Not better.
News
not
quiz. I'm Bill Curtis, and we are playing this week with Hari Kondabolu, Adam Felber, and Shantira Jackson. And here again is your host at the Studebaker Theater in Chicago, Illinois, Nagin Farsad.
Thanks, Bill. Right now, it's time for the Wait, Don't Tell Me Bluff the Listener game. Call 1-888-Wait to play. Hi, you're on Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Hi, this is Kurt from Clemson, South Carolina.
Hey, Kurt, what are you doing, Clemson?
I am a sports broadcast TV director and producer.
Oh. Okay. So is this like forgive me for literally knowing nothing about your field, is this like a good time for sports?
Yeah. Well, before I worked here, I worked at a PBS and NPR station, so I would say yes, it's a great time for sports.
Well, it's so nice to have you on with us, Kurt.
You took it.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, he was given the shot. He took it.
Have you on with us, Kurt. You're gonna play the game where you tell the truth from fiction. What's the topic, Bill?
The biggest thing to happen to TV since color.
Every so often, there's a huge leap in television technology. There was color, then HD, then collagen injections after we all saw what we look like in HD. Now, our panelists are going to tell you the next great leap. Pick the one who's telling the truth, and you'll win the waiter of your choice on your voicemail. Voices such as this voice that you're hearing right now. Are you ready to play?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Awesome. First up, it's Adam Felber.
For the geek who has everything, there's a new TV feature that supplies the one thing they may not have: friends. Last week, Amazon Prime showcased Watch Pals, a new feature that allows you to turn on a variety of AI friends who will watch content with you and kibitz about what you're seeing. There's Nelson, the film nerd, who will pepper your viewing with trivia like, "Oh, hey, that's the guy from The Sopranos." There's Eddie, who will watch sports and root for your team, yelling biased commentary like, "No way, that was a foul. Are you blind, ref?" And then there's Muntz, your funny buddy who roasts and jokes his way through the movie. At the demo, while watching John Wick 3, Muntz somehow fixated on fat-shaming Lawrence Fishburne's Bowery King character, saying things like, "Bowery King? More like Burger King." Yes, just like your friends, the AI is not always funny. Amazon spokesman Audrey Weck says that Watch Pals are not intended to replace real friendships, but enhance them. Although it could end a few friendships, especially if you happen to be watching a movie with your buddy, Lawrence Fishburne.
Oh, boy.
All right. A new AI friend for your TV viewing from Adam Felber. Your next story of Tonight for Television comes from Shantira Jackson.
With more and more Americans cutting the cable cord, a cable service in Omaha, Nebraska is trying to win back people by offering a new TV plug-in called Make It Better that allows you to change the endings of your favorite television shows to the endings that you prefer. Do you wish the lady in Fleabag made out with that priest? With Make It Better, they make out for a long time. There's also a feature that just deletes all the episodes that are bad, making Lost exactly 4 seasons long. The plugin is still in its beta stage, but a nationwide rollout is expected in the summer of 2026.
All right. So a new service that'll change TV show plots from Shantira Jackson, and your last story of a boob tube noob comes from Hari Kondabolu.
Do you want a 55-inch TV but don't want to pay for it? Historically, the only way to do this was armed robbery. But not anymore, thanks to Telly. No, Telly isn't just the silly thing British people call television. Telly is a company that sends you a free TV in exchange for watching ads via an ever-present 10-inch display that stays on screen at all times. It's like Times Square in a box. Even when you turn off the TV, the ads stay on the screen, forever reminding you that Hims offers erectile dysfunction pills. And capitalism will never let you sleep. Telly also monitors your audio and video content, channels you watch, and duration of your watching. Even Telly is like, Jesus Christ, dude, you're watching way too much Naked and Afraid. It's just a nice free TV with an incredibly threatening aura that is constantly watching you, like the government. But don't worry, you don't have to watch the TV. Just kidding. You do. If you don't watch it enough, Telly charges you $1,000. Even worse than a TV with mandatory ads, paying for a TV with mandatory ads.
Okay, Kurt. You've got an AI friend to watch
You're
TV
going
with
with
from
B.
Adam Felber.
I'm
Make It
going
Better, a
A.
new service that'll change TV show plots from Shantira Jackson, and from Hari Kondabolu, a free TV that forces you to watch TV. Which one is real?
I got to go with Hari's Telly TV, I think.
Okay, and to find out the correct answer, we spoke with someone who actually tried this new innovation.
Telly requires you to use the TV as the main TV in your home, and you're going to have to live with ads.
Yes, booze!
Also, this audience is like, we don't watch TV, we only listen to radio. That was Emma Roth, reporter for The Verge, who lived with a telly. Congratulations, Kurt, you got that right. And you earned a...
That terrifies me. That absolutely terrifies me.
How's it different than buying the wiretap? Hey, wiretap, could you order blah for me?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's fair.
Hey, wiretap, stop listening while I have a discussion about something else. Why am I getting ads for something else that I was discussing while you were supposed to be turned off?
Right? I mean, you notice I don't have one of those. I mean, my phone automatically kind of comes with its own little version of that, but it's not nearly as invasive as if you set it up for your home.
In some ways it's not, in other ways it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it does have GPS attached to it.
It does. It does. And it tries to listen in, but I don't think it hears near as much. And and if it did, I would get much more targeted ads. Like, the ads I get are not near as targeted as they should be. I get advertised stuff that is like... I get advertised stuff that's nowhere near anything I was talking about or would get.
Mm.
And when I talk about stuff, I don't get ads for it. So, honestly, I feel like... Huh?
There's also how much the people are paying to have those ads out there.
Yeah. That's true, too. But I was also going to say, I actually feel like the AIs in my life are ignoring me. I'm actually kind of not happy about that now that I think about it. Man. I mean, it's bad enough when other people ignore me because, like... But I guess I'm used to it. But the AIs... Ow. They don't even advertise to me. Wow. That's just depressing. I might just have to get one of those home phone taps. Just to force something to pay attention to me.
But you don't want to wait and see if the Amazon Prime viewing pals become a reality now that it's been spoken by NPR?
You know... Oh, that hurt. Oh, that hurt.
That was
that was
mean,
brilliant. That was brilliant.
knee-jerk reaction. I can't help that one.
That was brilliant. No, you got to say that out loud because that was great.
It just shows that the AI is showing more eye for not paying attention to you.
Ours.
Uh-oh.
I.
Brilliant. Painful, but brilliant. What were you saying, Kat?
I would say that it seems like TV's been watching what YouTube's been doing and decides to put their own twist on the model.
Yeah.
YouTube takes money from sponsors to run all these ads.
Right.
And then they take money from you to not play the ads.
Right.
While still making money by selling your information to the people who are selling them the ads.
Exactly.
Right.
So Telly's just, here's a free TV. And if you don't watch it, we're going to make you pay for it.
Right.
And you don't get a choice about the ads regardless.
Right. I mean, the only difference is YouTube doesn't make you pay for it if you don't watch it.
This is true. Like I said, they put their own twist on it.
They do. Although
their twist is if you don't watch our TV with the ads that we were given money to play, we're going to make you pay for it. That's when we take your money.
Right.
I just realized why they called it Telly. Because that sounds like the name of the slightly menacing Italian man.
Yes, it does.
Oh. Tell him you saw it on the telly.
You think it comes with a free lollipop?
Telly sent you.
Telly will break your legs if you don't watch those shows.
Well, I mean, they are trying to take an arm and a leg at $1,000.
I gotta hand it to him.
No, we don't. We just don't need to associate with them at all.
Can't believe that, dude. That is some marketing genius. Somebody's a mean person.
So it's a 50-something inch TV.
That, I mean, yeah, so.
It's a 50-something inch TV, and then it's got a 10-inch box that's just permanently stuck in the corner.
Right.
With that.
Right. So, it's not 50-inch. I mean, you get a 50-inch by 50... You probably get a 50-inch by 50-inch picture. It's just that 1/5 of it is being covered up the whole time.
Yeah.
That sounds like some capitalistic cyberpunk dystopian bullshit.
Yep. And then charging you if you don't want to if you don't watch it enough. That sounds, I mean,
that's
cyberpunk dystopian. Yeah.
Like, how long do they have that over your head? Like, is it the lifetime of the TV? Do they have this clause for like 6 months or a year?
I don't know, but man.
At some point, you might go on vacation, so you might have a month where you're not watching that TV for a couple of weeks.
Right. And you get charged $1,000 that month.
You end up in the hospital. The worst part is you don't have to worry about the medical bills. It's the TV bills.
Right? Right? Jeez.
Now I'm going to have to go look up what their contract says and for how long that stupid don't watch it enough clause is. I mean, all right, I do a lot of pet sitting. I do a lot of house sitting.
Yeah.
Could you imagine having to hire a house sitter to go turn your TV on for you?
Right.
Cheaper than leaving it off.
Exactly.
Right? Hire someone to come watch your TV. Wow. Wow.
What you do to screw with them is you get this thing, you turn it on, you leave it on, you leave it in mute. Heck, you even leave it facing the wall. But it's watching one channel 24/7, QVC.
Yeah. No, I think it has a camera and tracks how much you're actually in front of it.
That would make sense. Otherwise, you could get around it by doing exactly that.
Right. So
in that case,
what you
you
do
just set up a
is
drinking bird in front of it.
you what?
You set up a drinking bird in front of it.
I was gonna say that, or you record yourself, you record your face watching, looking like you're watching TV, and then put that on a small TV and face it at the monitor.
Oh, you
Or
face
at
it
the
against
camera.
the mirror.
Or
Oh,
you could face it against the mirror.
With QVC, they're usually in
But
home-like settings, so face it against the mirror.
it might use facial recognition to see that it's you.
they may not know who I look like if it just starts off on QVC.
That's true. But
Then
the
who's
other
to say
part
I
of
don't
that
have
is,
friends over watching TV.
huh? That's
Then
true
who's to
too.
say I don't have friends watching?
That's true too.
But yeah, no, facial recognition would definitely be a concern at that point if they're monitoring to see how much you're actively watching.
Right. Plus, doing all that other stuff, like that would mean that when you did want to watch TV, it wouldn't be counting it. Or it might not be counting it.
It definitely brings up to the point of if you are just going to get this and face it in a mirror on mute forever, why are we getting it in the first place?
Right.
Screw with them.
Okay.
I mean, there is that. Yes. But other than that, also, what if your power goes out? Oh, well, see, that's the thing about...
If it's not sending signal, then it says it's not connected, not active, and therefore it's still... Their recording still says, oh, you need to pay us, since
Right.
it wasn't active.
Right.
Which means that, like, if you had this kind of TV set up in North Carolina this time last year, you'd be sunk.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Oh, man. I think there's a lot of room for lawsuits. Because I think that this contract may not, like, there are things about, I mean, we'd have to look at the contract and look for for things about it that are like, no, that does not. Oh, you know who should take a look at this is Legal Eagle.
I hope they do.
I'll remember, in most items nowadays, you're no longer the consumer, you are the product.
This is true.
You're also no longer in ownership of most products. You're only basically renting
Given
them.
a license for usage.
Right. Right. You don't really own stuff.
Maybe I should try that model for some of the jewelry I make. Just send it to people for free and tell them if they don't wear it enough, they owe me $100.
I mean, you could. Again, don't know that it'd be enforceable. Think you're
Oh, I
opening
know.
yourself up to lawsuits. But, yeah, you could.
I can see saying that at some craft fair and telling people and watching them look at me. I don't need that kind of headache.
Right?
All right, on with the show.
On with the show, yes.
You earned a point for for Hari, and you've won our prize, the voice of your choice on your voicemail. Congratulations, and thank you so much for playing with us today.
Thank you.
Took myself down to the TV store. Replaced the set I'd smashed on the floor. Like a lover's quarrel, guess I lost my head. I pounded on that sucker till I knew it was dead.
And now, the game we call Not My Job. Becca Mann is one of...
Am I the only one that finds it problematic that whoever that was referred to, murder or potential murder as just a lover's quarrel? I mean, granted, it was a TV, but, he was likening that emotional reaction to what it seemed like, through his words, he was saying that that's how he reacts with a loved one, too. Am I the only one who sees that problematic connection in those few lines of lyric?
I think maybe you're seeing the connection as a personal, that is how he feels, versus I was listening and taking it as this is how it has been viewed in the past for a lot of people.
Well, yes, and especially TV, I get that. But the ease with which violent destruction is linked to a lover's quarrel, I think is indicative of a systemic allowance for violence, saying that violence is an okay reaction to being upset, at all.
Let's say that. Let's be really clear. It's only okay if the perpetrator is specifically male, and it's against their weaker or presumed weaker partner. Because when it gets twisted around and you've got the weaker one standing up and trying to stop things, that's when you get all of the well, they could have left. They could have done this. Why did they have to get violent?
To violence, right. Yes. Yeah. So it is just, maybe, quote unquote, it's not that deep. But my reaction to when people say it ain't that deep is because you're letting it not be that deep, you're perpetuating a problem. It is that deep, because it is a systemic, because it's a systemic allowance. It's a systemic permission. And while in that moment to that singer, it may not have been that deep, what it represents about society, about the systemic permission to violence of men in society is that deep.
Well, if you're trying to bring awareness to something, and doing it by big ad campaigns or by people sitting there and talking about it is not working because that's something easily tuned out. Putting it in a song to make people go, wait a minute, you didn't just say that.
I mean, that's possible too. I have no idea who this singer-songwriter is. If it is a singer-songwriter. If it is, I don't know. I have no context. I just know that I heard this lyric and went, wait a second. So I'm not necessarily indicting them. Now they may be very problematic. It may be that they do, they have a history of beating loved ones. It's also entirely possible that they don't, and that they are trying to bring awareness to it by just dropping a little hint here like, hey, think about this.
Which, in various music things, we've seen a lot of times people point fingers at certain problematic individuals by putting them and their actions in a song
just
to get
a
people
little.
to start to look.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's...
I can't speak up big about this, or I have spoken big about this and you've ignored me, so I'm just going to keep putting this in front of you in a subtle way until you finally look at the big picture and look at everything I've said and go, oh, okay, now we're listening.
Yeah, it's entirely possible. That is entirely possible. Because I don't know who the singer-songwriter is. I don't know anything about the band or the song or anything. I can't say.
The other thing could be, because we don't have the rest of the song, is it could also just be they picked the clip that talked about the TV, and the rest of the song might be more of an indictment.
It might be. Or right. Like,
it might be them working out. It's like, I experienced this myself. I was on this side of it.
It might be. There's no telling unless we listen to the rest of the song and research the songwriter.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm not going to indict the songwriter or the song. I'm indicting the system where that can be just a passing phrase and people can go, oh, it's not that deep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm indicting the system of that is doing that. Like I said, I don't know the songwriter. I don't know the rest of the song. I don't know. I just know that those lyrics caught me quick, and I thought, that feels like the opening 15 minutes of The Notebook.
Yeah.
That movie, man. 15 minutes in, and I'm like, I can't watch this. This dude is awful. And the person I was watching it with was like, oh, I love this movie. It's so romantic. And then I said that, and she goes, oh my God, I never saw it before. I can't ever watch this movie again.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to ruin it for you. Just called out what I saw.
Mm-hmm. All right, on with the show.
On with the show. We've covered the social stuff there.
Becca, Mann is one of the most impressive swimmers in the world. In 2019, she became the first person to swim the 40-mile channel, crossing 3 Hawaiian islands.
Wow.
This was just 4 years after winning her second national championship in the open water 10K. She's also the author of 2 books, one a sports memoir and the other a dystopian young adult novel. Clearly, someone got her a pen that writes underwater. Becca Mann, welcome to Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
So okay, I like fully don't understand why you do what you do. So
A lot of people don't. You're in the majority there.
Okay,
I'm
great.
not even quite sure.
Well, so I have so many questions. Let's just start with do you ever get freaked out by the open ocean?
Not the open ocean itself. I sometimes get freaked out by my mind just because it's so, I'm in a sensory deprivation tank, it feels like sometimes, and they can sometimes spiral out of control. So that's honestly the only thing that really scares me about open water.
So your thoughts are more terrifying than sharks?
Definitely. Sharks, at least you know what you're getting there.
Oh my gosh, I hope you do therapy.
Lots of it.
So, one of the things that I thought about, when thinking about these adventures that you go on, is that you're in the water for a really, really, really long time. So what are some of the weird kind of physical side effects of this kind of swimming?
So when you're in salt water, you will start swelling. So about 9 hours in, my nostrils were swollen together. And then when I got out of the water, my uvula was hanging onto the back of my tongue. And I couldn't swallow for the rest of the day. It was disgusting.
Oh, God. This is where I pretend to really know what a uvula is.
It's that thing that hangs in the back of your throat.
Oh, got you. Either way, I sense that this is bad. This again kind of conjures the question of why do you do this to yourself? But what is your what's your big goal now? I mean, you've already done so much. Is there another a record you want to set?
Yeah, so I actually after that swim, I took 5 years off of swimming. That was the last thing that I wanted to do with my career because I just narrowly missed my 3rd Olympic team and I didn't want to end on a failure. So I love swimming and I figured why not just see how long I can love swimming for in one period. And then after that, took 5 years off and I was just really missing swimming. So I got back into it a year ago and then made the national team again after 5 months of training. So I'm hoping thank you.
Wow. Daddy behavior.
Yeah, so now I'm just kind of taking it 6 months by 6 months and seeing what happens from there. And as long as I keep enjoying getting into the pool every day to train, I'm going to keep sticking with it.
When you're in the open water, are there people that are watching you or tracking you in some ways? You're not completely by yourself, right?
Yeah, so there was a kayak that was probably 5 to 10 feet away from me the whole time, and then a boat that would stay 200 meters ahead. And then every 20 minutes, I'd swim up to the boat, and my mom was actually on the boat, and she was violently seasick the whole time. She was not happy. She's never doing this again. And she'd throw me a feed. We call them feeds. They're basically just liquid fuel. So a Gatorade with some sort of energy gel melted into it. So yeah, I wasn't fully alone, even though I couldn't touch the boat. Nobody was allowed to touch me because then you're disqualified if that happens. But there were people nearby in case I needed help or anything.
Okay, so there were people nearby. My question is, what's the most incredible thing you've seen in the open ocean? Because I won't be going.
Good question.
I need to live vicariously through you.
I think I've seen 3 sharks, and I really love sharks. All of them it was 2 black tip reef sharks and then 1 white tip reef shark. And I think that they're just such beautiful creatures. All of them were very peaceful and yeah, I love all the animals.
They're probably surprised to see you.
Yeah.
Girl, what are you doing at my house?
Oh yeah, they have a real reputation for being peaceful. So that's
those ones in particular. I met some nice ones.
Well, so speaking of fish, have you ever had a relationship with a fish in this style of My Octopus Teacher?
I can't say that I have.
I mean, are you open to that?
You know what? I'm open to everything. We'll see. We'll see where life takes me.
So, like, when you're, I guess, ever relaxing, if that happens for you, like you're on a girls' weekend at the beach, are you just in the water because you feel like you have to be in it at all times? Like, what is your relationship with water when you're not racing in it?
Yeah, I love the water. I especially love when I can convince my non-swimming friends to go in the ocean with me. I feel like that's the sign of like a true friendship, if I can convince people to like go swimming in the ocean with me, because that's where I'm the happiest and I love sharing that with people.
And how do you convince them?
I tell them that if anything happens, I'll make sure that they're safe and I'm the one who drowns or gets eaten. So like, there's such a small chance of that happening, and I think it reassures them. So that's usually my line.
Do you ever like swim in a hotel pool and just like casually do laps, but also smoke everybody and show off?
Definitely. I think so. Depending on what kind of mood I'm in.
Oh,
it's
Becca,
like professional
man,
singers going to
we've
karaoke.
Actually asked you here to play a game we're calling.
Thanks for joining us.
So you know all about. Oh no is right. You know all about open water. So we're going to ask you about closed water, aquariums. Answer 2 out of 3 questions correctly, and you'll win our prize for one of our listeners, the voice of any of us on their voicemail. Bill, who is Becca playing for?
Ryan Campbell of Houston, Texas.
All right.
All right. I won't let you down, Ryan.
Here's your first question. The San Antonio Aquarium has a touch tank which can provide guests with unique experiences like which of these? Is it A, an archerfish spitting water directly into your boyfriend's eye? Is it B, an octopus grabbing your 6-year-old by the arm and trying to climb out of the tank to get the rest of her? Or is it C, the can you handle a lionfish sting challenge?
I'm going to say C.
B.
Just
B.
because...
You're going with B, Kat?
A.
Yeah.
Huh?
A.
You're going with A? Okay.
Just because I don't know if the aquarium would be able to get away with the first 2.
Oh, it is B. They got away with an octopus grabbing a kid. Don't worry. Don't worry, the kid
Got
is
away with?
fine. And it only took 3 adults armed with ice packs to make the octopus let go. But, all right, here's your next question. The San Antonio Aquarium had another situation in 2018 when one of their sharks went missing. Fortunately, they were able to track it down quickly because security footage showed what? Was it A, one shark was hiding on the bottom of its tank while another shark buried it in the sand? Was it B, the shark jumping a barrier into the beluga whale tank where it was now playing with a whale like they were best friends? Or was it C, 2 people lifting the shark out of its tank, putting it in a baby stroller, and walking out of the aquarium?
C. It was C. It was so C.
Okay, I feel like it could be any of these 3 things.
Okay.
C seems like it would be the most fun.
Do you have... You're going with B? I feel like I heard about something like that, but I also feel like C is exactly the kind of thing that they would be doing on this show. Kat, you're going with C?
We're all taking C.
We're all taking C?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Let's see what they got for us.
I'm going to go with C.
You're right, it is C.
Oh my God.
I can't believe you got that. Police recovered the shark from the guy who wanted it for the, quote, extensive aquarium habitat in his garage. I really see a lot of myself in that guy. All right, here's your last question. According to a 2017 interview, when the sharks at one aquarium wouldn't mate, the staff solved the issue by doing what? Was it A, piping salt and peppers, push it into the enclosure on a loop? Was it B, putting jasmine oil into their water as an aphrodisiac? Or was it C, putting lipstick on the female shark?
I think it's B. But
Jasmine oil?
Yeah. Because that's the only one that actually makes any sense. Well, I don't know. Salt and Pepper's push it really does. But I would think that they'd have to put on Let's Talk About Sex, too. Like, because that one was also, you know. So.
Or anything from Barry White.
Huh?
Or anything from Barry White.
You know, not impossible. But I'm going with jasmine oil because it makes some sort of sense. I don't know.
Okay.
Alrighty.
You're going A and peanut gallery?
Going with the music.
All right.
What's the audience thinking? A?
I'm changing my answer
to
to A.
It has to be A.
Oh my God, that's right! Push It is a cross-species sexy song.
Wow. I mean, I'm not surprised,
how did Becca do
but
on our
wow.
quiz?
Well, she did swim a very long way. So we're going to call her a winner, 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
I think we should call the audience the true winner, though.
Well, Becca Mann is a champion open water swimmer and a writer. Becca Mann, thank you so much for joining us on Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Thank you for having me. This was so much fun.
Just a minute, while you better take away your dog's car keys right now. That's in our Listener Limerick Challenge. Call 1-888-WAIT-WAIT to join us on air. We'll be back in a minute with more of Wait, Don't Tell Me from NPR.
What was that?
I said, uh-oh, they're taking away the dog's car keys because he's barking and parking.
I was going with Rover Drover.
That works too.
I got nothing.
This message you need when you...
It's a dad.
Depending on the therapy.
Online therapy.
And Tira Jackson. And here again is your host at the Studebaker Theater in Chicago, Illinois, Nagin Farsad.
Hey,
Thanks,
Maddie.
Bill.
Good to
in
see
just
you.
a minute, the game that somehow didn't realize the thing that was fun about limericks is they were dirty. It's the Listener Limerick Challenge. If you'd like to play, give us a call at 1-888-WAIT-WAIT. That's 1-888-924-8924. But now, panel, I have more questions for you from this week's news. Adam, according to the Wall Street Journal, the famously dog-friendly city of San Francisco has decided it still loves dogs, but it can't stand what?
When they dress up as fighter pilots.
Dog poop?
That's so cute in my mind. I'll give you a hint. The problem is at the other end of the leash.
Dog owners.
That's right, dog owners. The Wall Street Journal gave a huge list of examples of dogs behaving badly and dog owners doing nothing about it. And if you're about to correct me and say, it's not a dog owner, it's a dog mommy, you're part of the problem. Now, some examples include a dog pooping on the floor of a Target, a stranger's dog licking the face of a man doing sit-ups at the gym, and a black lab who grabbed a croissant right out of a man's hand outside the coffee shop, after which, and this is true, the barista said, "Oh yeah, that's the dog that always steals croissants."
I
feel like you should have a
I'm not trying
warning.
to victim blame here, but if a dog licked me at the gym, that'd be really cute. Like, you're down there, he expects you to play with him.
And the store is called Target.
Yeah.
No.
All right, Hari, people are debating the etiquette of a wedding guest's decision to do what during a friend's wedding reception?
Take off their shoes.
Here, I'll give you a hint.
Yeah.
She made it fancy by springing for the stuffed crust.
Ordering pizza?
That's right.
During the wedding?
Yes. So a guest at a wedding who felt the food was taking too long took matters into her own hands and ordered a pizza for her and her date. And people are divided. Why? I mean, on the RSVP, she had checked the right box where it said fish, steak, or piss off the bride.
I kind of love it. I kind of love it.
Like, if it was your wedding, would you be like, okay with it?
If you give me a slice, we good.
And my understanding of the story is that they didn't get enough pizza for everybody.
Right.
That's
like
fine, as long as you give it to the bride. I don't care about the groom eating.
So then,
he can decline food.
Okay.
I'm not mad at it. I'll just go on record and say that I'm not mad. But it's also not my wedding.
Yeah, you're also not the bride.
I'm not the bride.
Shantira, a toy company is making headlines after unveiling what new tool for kids?
Sledgehammer.
Oh. Hey, you're yeah, like
it's
had
hammer, right?
Like a sound.
Saw? Jackhammer?
With the sledgehammer.
Power
You know what? Because you're in the general world,
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to you. A table saw.
Table saw. Okay.
It's called the chop saw. What a great way to help your kid say how old he is when he's 4.5.
Is it really functional, or is it just like, does it actually cut wood?
No, I mean, they say it's totally safe for kids.
Until your kid gets their hair caught.
The National Chainsaw Association.
I mean, I'm not a scientist, but anything that cuts wood can cut kids.
Well, and look, I mean, if you guys are concerned about, their fingers or something, don't worry, those are just baby fingers. The adult fingers will come in.
All right, and with that statement, I'm taken back to some of the toys from the 50s and 60s.
Mm-hmm.
Like the mad scientist chem lab that was definitely a real chem lab.
Actually, had you?
I had one of
uranium?
those.
Yeah, it's uranium.
I had a Lionel train set. It was an early version of a taser.
Uh-huh.
Because those spikes at the ends of the tracks to plug into, sharp. And if it was plugged in and you cross that gap, pfft.
Did you have the kind that you were supposed to put like a little bit of 3-in-1 oil in the engine to make it smoke?
I might have. We might have done that occasionally. I don't remember. It was all metal. It was,
Yes.
and it was 110 DC. It would shock ya.
I think my brother and I had a very similar set that we kept at Grandpa's house. Only time we ever got to play with it was when we went to visit for Christmas.
Yep. I miss those days when I was young and everything was dangerous.
Easier to keep your hair curled.
That
Everything's just
explains.
dangerous when you're not young.
Pretty much.
Can't argue with that. All right, back to it.
It means you don't feel as quick when it happens.
Oh, God. Shh. Shut up. I will say this. It took my back less time to fall back in line this time from wearing the wrong shoes. Like, usually it used to take like a week or two. But
Yeah.
this time took a day or two. Might be the height of the heels that I put back on, though. Like,
Could be.
Those things were pretty extreme. So. All right, back to the show.
Coming up, it's lightning fill in the blank, but first, it's the game where you have to listen for the rhyme. If you'd like to play on air, call or leave a message at 1-888-WAIT-WAIT. That's 1-888-924-8924. You can see us most weeks here at the Studebaker Theater in Chicago, or come see us on the road. We'll be in Honolulu next week, October 9th and 10th, and in Costa Mesa, California on November 6th. For tickets and info about all our live shows, go to nprpresents.org. Hi, you're on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Hi, this is Lauren from Stoughton, Massachusetts.
Lauren, hello. What's going on in Stoughton, Massachusetts?
I mean, there's not much to it. I think everybody might know Stoughton as the home of the only IKEA in Massachusetts, so everyone has to make a pilgrimage there at least once.
You should really be working for the Stoughton Tourism Bureau with this kind of chatter. It's amazing. Well, welcome to the show, Lauren. Bill Curtis is going to read you 3 news-related limericks with the last word or phrase missing from each. If you can fill in that last word or phrase correctly on 2 limericks, you're a winner. Here's your first limerick.
My new outfit's like spraying some mace. If you're close, it will get you in your face. With hoops and balloons, I take up extra room. I now have lots more personal
space.
Space it is.
That's right. Space. Personal space. This season, designers are all about garments that scream, stay back. Reviewers see the trend as a statement about bodily autonomy and clothing as armor. These clothes sound perfect because, honestly, I'm so tired of doing windmill arms at the club. All right, here's your next limerick.
My cat likes to drown his regrets, and my dog wants to drink to forget. So we go to a bar that will serve Pinot Noir. I am getting some wine for my
pet.
Pet it is.
That's right. Pets. Finally, you can give your dog the Eucharist because there is now wine for pets. New Zealand company Muttley's Estate released a collection of wines with adorable punny names, things like Champagne and Pinot. No, bad dog, bad.
This is why there's dogs pooping in Targets. They're drunk. They're drunk.
Yeah, dogs act drunk all the time, drunk and high all the time anyway. They're like always hungry and they're always like, I love you, man, I love you, man, I love you so much. Well, they don't need help in this department.
All right, here's
and cats
your
are
last
always
limerick.
tripping.
In our nets, their 8 arms make a lot of fuss. Now these cephalopods feed a lot of us. Many fish got their wishes to stay off our dishes because Britain's run over by
octopus.
Octopus?
Yeah,
That's right. Oh my God, so impressed. Octopus. Brixham, one of the largest fish markets in England, has been invaded by octopuses. Instead of their usual haul of lobsters and crabs, fishermen are pulling up nets full of octopus. Luckily, octopus is a lucrative catch and a crucial ingredient in English dishes like Big Wiggly salad. It doesn't make me want to eat them either. Like now that I am seeing them.
What?
First part is it sounds viable.
What, Big Wiggly salad?
Yes.
I'm not
saying edible. I'm saying it sounds likely.
It does sound like something you would expect as a name for a British dish. Yes.
Yes. Spotted dick, toad in the hole, Big Wiggly salad. Yep. Tracks.
Yeah. Blood pudding.
Blood pudding, blood sausage.
Black pudding.
Yep.
And then
Big
you got
Wiggly
treacle.
salad.
Treacle with tentacles. That makes absolute sense.
That would be, yeah, that... Okay. It would be treacle and mince.
Ooh, yeah.
It'd be treacle and mince with. And mince, I don't mean like minced meat. I mean mince as in the raisins and nuts chopped up.
Yeah.
That's supposed to simulate minced meat. It would be that. It would basically be a mince pie with tentacles, except for no pie. And that would be a big wiggly salad.
Yeah.
I am so glad that Who's That Girl is not in here right now, because she would be not okay with that. Wasabi would be like, no. No. I have too many British friends to keep making fun of British food.
Why? I mean, come on. We have no problem making fun of our own food. Hot dogs.
Talk about a big wiggly salad. If you wanted a longer burger, you should have got a hot dog. Now that's when you double down.
Exactly.
Fair enough. Kat, have you ever had blood pudding? Or black pudding?
Trying to remember. 'Cause my brother worked for a couple, one of which was very English, and she served all sorts of things. I probably have had some at some point, but I do not remember it clearly enough to say when it was or what it tasted like.
Okay. If your food had tasted better, if your food had actually tasted good, you wouldn't have taken over half the world. That's fair.
In certain spices that are not used frequently.
Black pudding is more like sausage. It's just a really large blood sausage, and it's kind of bland.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's not, I didn't, yeah, I mean, I thought of it as kind of bland. It wasn't, it wasn't bad. It was good. Like, I liked it a lot, actually, but it was kind of bland. Not in a, like, subtle flavors kind of way, just kind of like there's not a lot of flavor to it. It's lightly gamey, but not really, and then just kind of bland. 4 out of 5 would definitely have again. On the other hand, the blood sausage that I had was really good and very flavorful, but the blood sausage that I had wasn't British. It was Southern.
Okay.
And it had raisins and cinnamon and nutmeg in it and flavor. Like, it wasn't exactly savory sausage flavored. It was rice and raisins and maybe nuts and blood packed into sausage tubing. And the rice soaked up the blood, and and that's how they made blood sausage at the place that I worked.
Okay.
And British food is the end storage of that global domination. It will never get better. You have access to all the spices and the herbs, and your food still kind of sucks. Damn. I can't argue with that either. Like, I mean, I really liked the flavors of the food. I like the flavors of their food.
Mm-hmm.
But it is not, doesn't have flavor like food in anywhere else. You know? Really anywhere else. It's not like even yeah. There's no flavor that pops. It's all very, and it's not subtle, it's muted. It's all very muted.
Like it's been overboiled.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of times. Overboiled or fried. Overboiled, fried. Yeah.
Oh, being fried is just like being boiled, just a different medium.
Yes, but it's not necessarily over fried. Yeah, it is, but there's something about it I like too. I can't.
That's okay.
Pardon me. Can't deny that. There's definitely a very, it's very heavily umami. Even if it's, that would be the dominant flavor in British food is umami. And that's one of my favorite flavors. So one of my favorite sort of flavor profiles is that sort of meaty, savory, meaty, creamy. There's a lot of creamy too. Creamy, umami, eggy sort of mix there. All I see is a text that says, "I am not proud of that one," so I'm terrified of opening this peanut gallery.
Okay.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I have self-control. I do not have to open the text now.
Save it for later.
I'm terrified. Back to the show.
Overpopulated life, like they're trying to do something, I
would still eat them.
Have you eaten octopus? I've never had octopus before.
I'm from Florida. I done had just about everything.
It's in the frozen section right next to manatees.
We don't touch manatees. That's the only animal that we don't kill in Florida.
Bill, how did Lauren do?
Lauren ripped 3 in a row. She's good.
Woo! Oh my God! Congratulations, Lauren.
Thanks so much.
Thanks so much for joining us.
This message comes from NPR sponsor Capella University, with clarity in retired socks and slippers and underwear, because you should love what you wear every day. One purchased equals one donated. Go to bombas.com/NPR and use code NPR for 20% off.
Now, on our final game, Lightning Fill-in-the-Blank, each player will have 60 seconds to answer as many fill-in-the-blank questions as they can. Each correct answer is worth 2 points. Bill, can you give us the scores?
I can indeed. Hari has 3, Shantira has 2, and Adam has 3.
All right, Shantira, you're in third place. That means you're up first.
Okay.
The clock will start when I begin your first question. Fill in the blank. On Wednesday, the White House warned that mass federal layoffs were imminent due to the blank.
The
Shutdown.
government shutdown.
Right. On Tuesday, President Trump announced he was creating a website called TrumpRx to sell discount blanks.
Drugs.
Right. According to a new study, children who are infected twice double their risk of long blank.
COVID.
Right. Following an explosion, a high-rise in blank partially collapsed.
Brooklyn?
In the Bronx, I'll give it to you. This week, a court in India ruled that doctors in that country would now be required to blank.
Do a little dance.
Improve their handwriting. Best known for her work studying chimpanzees, conservationist
Goodall.
blank passed away at the age
Jane
of
Goodall.
91. Right. This week, rescue workers in Ireland successfully saved a young child who got stuck inside blank.
Chimney.
No, a claw
well,
machine.
a claw
Oh, that's
machine.
way more fun.
According to reports, the kid climbed up the slot where prizes come out and got stuck inside the machine. His parents had to call 911 to get him out. But, you know, before they did, the husband was like, quick, get me a quarter. I've got this. Bill, how did Shantira do?
Real well, Shantira. 5 right, 10 more points, total of 12. You are in the lead.
I'm in the lead.
You're in the lead.
Right now.
Okay,
Discount
Hari, you're
snake
up
oil.
next. Fill in the blank. On Wednesday, the Israeli Navy intercepted an aid boat attempting to reach blank.
Gaza.
Right. According to a new report, almost 25% of adults in the U.S. struggled with their blank health last year.
Mental.
Brain health.
Mental, I'll give it to you, mental health. After learning the troops had arrived in Portland, activists said they'd organize an emergency blank.
Protest.
An emergency naked bike ride.
Yeah, protest. That's Portland.
That's a Portland protest.
I'll give it to you.
Thank you.
Here we go. Following a bankruptcy filing, Door to Door magazine seller blank said the past winners of their sweepstakes wouldn't be paid.
Publishers Clearinghouse.
Publishers Clearinghouse.
Right. On Sunday, it was announced that Bad Bunny would perform at the blank halftime show.
Super Bowl.
Right. After evading police for 8 weeks, a robber in Colorado was finally caught when he blanked.
Out through a ceiling?
Pooped in a Target.
Went out to buy weed.
Don't do it.
Walked right by a TV news crew doing a story about him.
I saw that.
The man was accused of committing multiple robberies over the past few weeks and had managed to completely elude police capture until he walked right past a news crew that just happened to be filming a segment about him. It's
And he
amazing
looked
that even
into
if
the
they're
camera,
on the run from
like,
the law,
what?
some
Wait,
people
what?
can't resist being like, "Oh my God, you're talking about me."
I thought you just said my name. Oh, shit.
How did Hari do?
He had 5 right, 10 more points. 13 puts him in the lead.
All right.
All right.
I think I'm stuck on that naked bike right
And then,
too.
and Bill,
Oh,
how
yeah,
many
the
does Adam need
Portland.
to win?
5 to tie and 6 to...
The Portland protest. I mean, I didn't give myself a point, even though, like, protest was, but
Hey, she allowed it, but I gave myself a point.
Go right ahead. I don't think I actually said protest out loud, for one.
I think
For
we need to
another.
add more relation to that.
What's that?
I think we need to add more alliteration to it.
Oh.
Portland protest is just too little, so I guess it has to be the
Hey,
public
now.
property.
Hey.
Protest.
It doesn't matter the size of your alliteration. It's all in how you use it.
Oh, bless it.
But I still like the
To
public
win.
prostate Portland protest.
I do, yeah. That is good.
To win.
Okay. Adam, this is for the game. On Sunday, Eric Adams announced he was bowing out of the mayoral race in blank.
New York.
Right. On Wednesday, it was revealed that the blank would start making top-ranking officials sign NDAs.
Pentagon.
Right. This week, retail giant blank said it would remove artificial dyes from their house brand products.
Walmart.
Right. On Thursday, the U.S. Meteorological Service said they were monitoring 2 blanks moving toward Bermuda.
Hurricanes.
Right. This week, a woman in Florida gave birth and then 5 days later blanked while holding the baby.
Died?
Gave birth.
What?
Give it to him. Give it to
Small
him.
twin.
No, she won a Mortal Kombat tournament.
Oh. I saw that, too.
On Tuesday, a grizzly named Chunk was announced as the winner of Blank Week.
Fat Bear Week.
Right. This week, a man in Virginia is calling it a miracle that he had a heart attack while driving and crashed into blank.
An ambulance?
A cardiologist's house.
Hold on. It's Virginia. You can have a heart attack and crash a car here, and you'll crash into a cardiologist's house.
True. But still.
Immediately rushed out and administered CPR, saving the man's life. It was an amazing moment of heroism, which was slightly undercut when the doctor found out the guy wasn't in network. Bill, did Adam do well enough to win?
Well, after a close reading, he got 5 right, 10 more points. Total of 13 gives him a tie with Hari.
Yeah!
How about that? Shall we cheer for that?
All right, congratulations!
I am stunned.
In just a minute, we'll ask our panelists to predict, now that he's banned fat generals, what's the next improvement Pete Hegseth will make to the military? But first, let me tell you that Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me is a production of NPR and WBEZ Chicago in association with Urgent Haircut Productions' Doug Berman, Benevolent Overlord. Philip Gotica writes our limericks. Our public address announcer is Paul Friedman. Our tour manager is Shana Donald. Thanks to the staff and crew at the Studebaker Theater. BJ Liederman composed our theme. Our program is produced by Jennifer Mills, Miles Dornbos, and Lillian King. Special thanks to Vinnie Thomas and Monica Hickey. Peter Gwynn is our full-time controller. Emma Choi is our visual host. Technical direction, Lorna White. Our CFO is Colin Miller. Our production manager is Robert Newhouse. Our senior producer is Ian Chillag. The executive producer of Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me is Mike Danforth. Now, panelists, how will Pete Hegseth improve the military next? Adam Felber.
Once slimmed down, Hegseth will have the generals pose for his own personal calendar. Quote, I like General February. He seems so down to earth.
Shantira Jackson.
He's gonna ban getting a little treat when you're sad because happiness only comes from war now.
Hari Kondabolu.
Make the Navy bring back those silly-ass white hats.
And if any of that happens, panel will ask you about it on Wait, Wait.
To a live fire exercise with an accident.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I missed most of that. What?
Something that was a little too violent and should not have been said out loud.
Okay.
Wait, don't tell me.
Thank you, Bill Curtis. Thanks also to Adam Felber, Shantira Jackson, and Hari Kondabolu.
Yes.
And
Yes, he is a dealer now.
listening. I'm Nikki Farson, filling in for Peter Sagal, and we'll see you next week.
Da 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 da. Bring, bring.
This
is NPR.
This message comes from Warby Parker.
All right. Oops, wrong one. There we go. All right. So, the scores. Peanut Gallery coming in third with a very respectable 30 points. I'm second with slightly more respectable 33 points. And Kat has taken the lead with 35 points. Well played, Kat. Well played, everybody. Thank you guys for being here. Stick around for the raid. We're going to be raiding out to, most likely, Margarita Mel of the No Pants Raid Train. Although, yes, that's what it looks like. We will be raiding out to Margarita Mel of the Sunday No Pants Raid Train here momentarily. So stick around for that. And thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Peanut Gallery. Thank you, Just Me Crystal. Thank you, Maddie Holmes. Thank you, Chris into 386. Thank you. I think that's everybody. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, lurkers. Much love. And now is the time on the show when I say, as they say around here, 2 up, 2 down, VA, double deuces. We're out, y'all.